Hello there, what is going on everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series 4 LOM figure. This is the bounty hunter that typically accompanies Zuckuss as seen in The Empire Strikes Back. This guy right here is number 67, or this droid. We don't really know if he's a guy. He's kind of like a, well, I guess he's kind of like an insectoid. But he's certainly got droid hardware, so kind of like a hybrid, right? If you'd like to read the back, go ahead and you can check him out right here. Go ahead and pause the video. If you are new to the channel, I am giving away a Star Wars Force FX Black Series lightsaber. All you'd have to do to enter to win that is to be a subscriber and leave a comment. Let me know who is your favorite bounty hunter besides Boba Fett. Come on, guys. It's not fair. Everybody who picks Boba Fett, right? Let me know who your favorite bounty hunter is. Let's go ahead and pop this guy out of the box. All right, and here he is out of the box. Initially, I have to say that this figure reminds me an awful lot of C-3PO. He's got virtually the exact same body mold. The head is different, and obviously the paint job and accessories are different in that, well, C-3PO doesn't really have accessories, and here we do have like a DLT-19, looks like a DLT-19 blaster rifle. So we do have, he's got that rifle, and, you know, ultimately, we're going to have to see because he really does look an awful lot like C-3PO with that protocol droid. Let's go ahead and look at the figure's detail up close. So as we go ahead and take a look at the head, we have some really cool paint applications on the eye. It's very, very nice looking how you get kind of this golden chiseled kind of look inside there. So the detail on the eyes are actually really, really cool. We do get that face mask. We've got a little bit of like metallic, kind of slightly different paint on the mask itself versus like the head, the body of the head. We've got a really nice kind of rusted look on the armor plating. We've got our red stripe right there, but it's like we've got like a brown kind of paint or like a dark black brown, you know, with more of a regular traditional brown or rusted kind of color. Below the raised levels, which is kind of interesting because normally I would expect like detail to be on the top, so it's almost like they painted this in brown first and then did black over the top of it. So that much is pretty interesting. Down here at the torso, we do have a different metallic look to add some contrast to the model. So I will say for the paint, like it's a very, very cool looking paint job, like the inverse kind of, you know, the lights where the darker, you know, when the darker where the raised areas are, it has a very Tron almost looking look to it, and so I kind of dig that. For the legs, here's the legs. Good, you know, it's basically the same technique used throughout almost the entire model. So you know, at least it's consistent. As far as the rifle itself, there appears to be no paint on it whatsoever, and so just kind of like a gray plastic. So let's take a look at articulation. All right, so the figure himself, let's start with his head. Now his head is going to actually look up very, very far, so he gets some points for that. Looks down very, very low. He obviously can do a full 360 here, and he's got a little bit, actually he's got a pretty good amount of side-to-side swivel. So as far as the head, I have to give this guy like a good A, maybe even an A+ for just how much motion there is in the head. A ton of motion in the head. Really, really nice head joint. For the shoulders, we just have a ball right here. So just a ball on the shoulders. Zero articulation on the elbow joint, which is a real bummer. A real bummer. I mean, this guy's a bounty hunter. This is my biggest criticism here. The fingers do not move at all either. The wrist swivels, but that is it. Really, really, really poor articulation on the upper body here. For our waist, we do get our joint inside the abdomen here. We got that ab crunch, and with that we have a little bit of flexibility in there side to side and forward and back. For our legs, he can kick outward, but at a swing, and he can go backwards about like so, but he is going out when he does that. For the joint, we have single jointed knees, Another unfortunate, most of our Black Series figures have at least double jointed knees, and this one doesn't even go a full 90 degrees. It's only, you're looking at about a 45-degree bend, which is really unfortunate. The right knee is similar, but it goes a little bit farther in. And so it has to do something with, I don't know if it's the paint getting gunked up in there or a different part of the mold. But it feels like his right knee will go in further, closer to 90 degrees, and the left knee will only go in so far. So that's a real bummer that the knees aren't even double jointed. Now for our ankles, we do get the joint here at the ankle as well as ankle pivot. So the ankles are solid, and you need that to, especially with limited articulation on everything else, to be able to make him actually stand up. And in comparison, here he is next to the Force Awakens C-3PO with the red arm. You know, and it just goes to show they are almost the exact same figure. Not very much details. The hands are different, and that C-3PO can't really hold a rifle. And obviously the heads are different, but everything else puts them at very, very close to the same. The chest plating is a little bit different. The mold lines are a little bit different when you compare them to the C-3PO, but for the most part, it's very, very much the same, and that's kind of unfortunate. And here he is with some of the other bounty hunters from that scene. I still don't have Zuckuss or Dengar yet, but they will be coming soon. And I will point out one thing, considering that he is a droid and does have limited articulation, he's still a heck of a lot better than IG-88, who is probably maybe the worst Black Series figure of all time, at least as far as articulation goes. So I guess he's got that going for him. At least you can get him into some poses other than standing up perfectly straight. And here he is with a whole bunch of other droids, including arguably the greatest droid of all time, K2SO, who is not only one of my favorite droids, but one of my favorite Black Series figures. And he kind of, you know, just kind of falls on the shorter end of the spectrum here, but at least he's a little better than 3PO. I think the head articulation as well as the artwork on him kind of help make him a little bit better than that. Although granted, at least with 3PO, you don't expect as much. And with a bounty hunter, you kind of want to be able to get them into more dynamic poses. So yeah, that's about what we've got. So all in all, I think this figure is best if you're collecting bounty hunters, and if you're just looking for a good Black Series character on its own, I think it falls a little bit short. Works best if paired with Zuckuss, that's definitely for sure, but on its own, it's just kind of, you know, a little bit below the bar when it comes to other Black Series figures. Most notably due to the lack of arm articulation, as well as it falling a little bit short on the leg articulation. But that's what I think. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell for alerts. There's a lot more videos I have out there for gaming, other collectibles as well, more Black Series figures, lightsabers, Star Wars reviews as a whole, as well as Star Wars news and announcements, even book reviews. So a lot of stuff out there. Hopefully you guys are going to join me and be part of the team. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. You guys definitely help make all of this possible. So a big shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day.